Good morning, and I'm back with a short clip about road safety. I was noticing this already back in Saudi Arabia, as well as now this morning when I was walking, how people are not observing the road safety rules for pedestrians. Wallahi, wallahi. What I know from previous statistics was that road traffic accidents that involved pedestrians, mostly the reason for the accidents, and this has been something shared at mortality and morbidity meetings that I attended with trauma teams, is that it was always the pedestrian's fault. So there's a few things I thought I'd share because in my day, when I went to school, I got taught road safety rules. We had a little parking area that was laid out like a mini, track. And we had to speak about crossing road, how you do it and act it out at the pedestrian crossing, at a stop street. And, we were taught the rules, the rules of the road. So just a few tips for everybody. One, if you're walking and the weather, or it is evening, it's dark weather, or the weather is, dull and dark, don't wear dark colors. Please wear bright colors. The drivers need to see you. Dusk, sunrise, sunset, in the night when the lights haven't come on it. We need to see you. I'm a driver. Wearing dark colors is quite a challenge. And so in Saudi Arabia, one of the darkest colors that we wear is black. And if the road is not lit up when you're wearing your black, especially for women when we wear our abayas, من فضلك يا حبيبتي انت قلبي, ممكن you can cross the road at the corner where there's a stop sign, ممكن at the pedestrian crossing, because at least there is the potential of drivers slowing down. Okay, I do know that the power of the abaya, mashallah, tabarakallah, you can wear a black abaya or you can just be a woman. Now, me, I'm controversial at this moment with the short hair. And you can cross a freeway and cars will stop for you. We know this. That is the power that the woman has in the Middle East. So, yeah. But wearing light colors, being in lit streets when you do your walking is very important. And the next most important thing is, please, I saw a guy running and he was a hazard to the driver today because she had to slow down until he, in his pace, now he's running, decided to move a little to the left so that she can pass. You cannot be running with traffic. You cannot be walking with traffic. You need to be seeing what's coming for your safety. So you need to walk in the reverse and run in the reverse direction so that you both can judge one another and you can step out because now you know there's 1, 2, or 3 cars coming. And you have a visual of who is driving, their type of driving, so that you can judge and say, okay, this dude looks like he's going to move a little bit further out of the road so you can continue walking if there's no pavement or sidewalk, like another word. So if there's a pavement or a sidewalk, then choose the sidewalk and the pavement. However, I must say that when I walk in the complex I live in Saudi Arabia, as well as when I walk on the base where I work, the paving is a bit uneven. And I'm very conscious of, when you're walking in a rhythm and you just might step wrongly, for misaligning your ankle. And also being in perimenopause, I don't want to fall. So I do walk on the road instead of the sidewalk or the pavement. And then when I see a vehicle's coming, especially if it's a double, 2 lanes coming towards me, and there's 2 cars, I step onto the pavement for a while and I keep walking there. Otherwise, if it's 1 car and the other lanes available, you can see the car's already planning to move over. So you can keep walking. But make sure you guys are watching. The driver's watching you and you are watching the driver. And therefore, it's important to wear those light colors so that you can see one another. So that's very important. And when you're walking in a group, come on, yeah, Whaley, don't walk as a bunch in a straight line. Walk in a single file because you are making my life as a driver challenging in trying to think, now, how am I supposed to pass you all? If the road is wide enough and there's 2 lanes, because there are a group of guys that walk at work and they usually walk across 1 lane, and we can drive then on the other lane, that's okay. But if it's only a dual road, 1 lane up and 1 lane coming back, come on, walk on the sidewalk, walk in a single file behind each other, and keep your distance from the car. Don't step out unnecessarily. Be careful, be cautious, be aware, and know the road as well that you are walking on. So this is just me sharing a few safety tips when you are taking a walk, just around traffic rules, not about health, safety, or anything like that, so that we can see you if I'm the driver, and I can be seen if I'm the one taking to the road, so that I can live healthier, stronger lives for longer.